All right, awesome. We're live. So, Josh, thank you very much for coming on board for this AMA to present your channel, Jungle BSC. So, I guess like the first usual question is to a little bit present yourself and present your channel a little bit about what you do for our audience.
Yeah. So basically, I started trading on BSC on January of this year, and I've been into crypto and Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB, but I've never really traded since January on DeFi. So I started knowing about meme coins. I never really knew this space existed ever. I didn't have any idea, and I loved the crypto world. I was like 24/7 listening to crypto videos and learning, reading everything I saw, but I didn't know about this. So when I started with BSC, it was a whole new world for me, and like everyone else when they start, I guess. But this was like the beginning of something. I started trading. I learned about Crypto Thermos, which was really the first channel I started following. I started following them when they were like 600 people on that channel. Right now, I'm managing it myself, and we are almost 12,000 followers, which is incredible. And well, about my channel, I started the Jungle BSC basically because I saw I was making profit and I was doing really well. So I said, why not? I'm going to make my own channel. So I started it and I shared it everywhere I could. And people just started joining because they saw I was sharing a lot of good plays. It was really February, March when the channel started really growing. And I shared a lot of good plays, man. That time was really good for BSC. It was on fire. Everything was pumping and it was crazy, literally. I remember I shared the best one I bet was Supermatic. I remember, yeah, from God of Blockchain. I shared it at 6,000 market cap and it got to like 2 million. So that was like a very strong point when people started following the channel. I'm not like super known, like the Jungle BSC, it's not like the most known channel on BSC, but I'm very well connected between people. And now I guess things change with the time, I guess. And I also started knowing a lot of people. A lot of people have been a blessing. A lot of people haven't, I guess, like everywhere. But I'm really, really pleased of everyone I've met here on this space because it's been an incredible journey so far. And I guess I can't complain because everything's been doing pretty well as far as I can tell.
All right, awesome. Yeah,
it's been amazing.
Yeah, it looks really awesome, man. Yeah, no, definitely. So do you feel like, and this is not a question in a reading sheet, but yeah, you really felt like the difference between the early stages when you got into BSC and now, and do you think that if we get back into a bull market in a year or so, do you think that we're going to get the old BSC vibes, or do you think, in your opinion, that the space has changed too much and we're going to be seeing something new in the space project-wise in DeFi?
That's actually a very great question and a very great way to expect the future of BSC, because it's like kind of so unexpected right now. Like people don't know what's going to happen in the future. BSC volume always changes depending on the macro crypto market. So I remember the time when there was this trend that was trading in different blockchains. Everyone went to Kronos. Quartz was pumping super hard. I hate it. For me, that was definitely, for example, the worst moment I've seen in BSC. Literally, there was no one in BSC. Everyone migrated to Milkomeda from Cardano or Kronos, Ethereum as well. Everyone was trading everywhere else. So I had no idea on how to start because everything I knew in that moment was BSC, and I was just wishing for it to come back. So having that into consideration, I think we're gonna see BSC on fire again, definitely on the next bull market. Because just think about it, when we get BNB at $500, $400, everyone's gonna be FOMOing into everything. Because literally every profit you make, you're making it with BNB at $500. So it's literally crazy. You're getting X2 of all the profit you're making. Like it's the double the amount, the quantity of profit you're making everywhere on every trade you make. So I definitely believe we're gonna see BSC on fire again, and with great volume. Volume right now it's not that bad really, in my perspective. But yeah, I think we've seen definitely better times for BSC, right?
Yeah, for sure. So thank you very much for that. We're going to be, so you've answered actually a bunch of the question of, regarding this channel ownership. We had a few questions on your community now that we want to ask you. So let's talk about like the Jungle BSC. How much would you say like you have active members in your Telegram channel? Like how much you say are really interacting with your post or with what you do on a daily basis, like the core, basically the core following of the Jungle BSC.
Like every post I make, maybe I get a medium of 200 views after some hours, and I'm completely sure there's a lot of people watching because there's a lot of famous core channel owners subscribed to the Jungle BSC. Like, I don't know, Shrek, Crypto God, Takti, Uchan from Thunder Calls. I don't recall who. God of Blockchain is also there. So there's actually a lot of people watching, but the target of this channel for me has never really been making it famous and getting rich with promos and this kind of thing. I created this channel only to share things I buy myself and things I find interesting myself. I've actually never really done much I've done like 3 or 4 promos in the whole life this channel has. So that's not really my interest right now, and I don't think it will ever be. Because if someone wants to make wants me to make a promo from his token, I'm gonna require him everything. Like he's gonna need to be KYC. There's gonna be someone else to vouch him, like someone I respect and I think it's safe. I'm gonna ask him for everything, and I wouldn't post here anything I wouldn't buy myself. So I think this is a golden rule as well. So yeah, I think pretty much from those 200 views, more or less, pretty much half of them are really read everything. If I post a token, they're gonna click the link. And I know I bring volume because every time I share any low cap, market cap token, I go there after the call to watch how many buys I get. It also depends on the time of the day, of course, like every channel, but I do bring volume, and this is something I'm really happy with because it means I'm doing things great, I guess.
Interesting. How much would you say you're bringing volume-wise? Do you have some numbers?
I've seen it really varies. Like I've seen maybe I've been sharing a token that's not really having that much of volume, and it was once at 9,000 market cap, and I've been able to bump it to 14,000, for example, on the best of the time. So it's pretty much a lot for 1,000 market subscriber channel. But that's not really always the case. Normally, maybe I pump it from 5,000 market cap to 7,000, 8,000, something like that. That's the usual.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for that. And investor-wise, do you know how many people invest on each one of your posts? Like, would you say 10, 15 people invest on average on your post-wise, like holder-wise? Because that's an information a lot of devs have been asking us to request.
Yeah, I'm pretty like between 10, 15, I think it would be a great name. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a really good number for a channel. Especially a channel your size, and the fact that you don't take, you don't do too like paid promos, and you basically post what you believe in is also very interesting. We only had two so far, like you, that were mostly focusing on project that they would buy to post. We only had like two out of the 96 that we've analyzed. So others do that as well, but we weren't able to confirm. So thank you for pointing that out. It's
Yeah.
very important information for us. Okay, so do you also do pre-sales as well, or would you say you're more of a live chart channel owner?
I'm not really a fan of pre-sales, but recently, actually, I started sharing some of them because I
Okay.
got a lot of teams DMing me about pre-sales and projects. For example, I got this eMorph project that I've seen literally everywhere. They are gonna partnership with Bitmart at launch, and I found it really interesting. I didn't share it on my channel. I shared it on Crypto Famous because I think it's something too big to share it there. And they only gave me 2 wallet support, so I couldn't share it at the Jungle. But for example,
Yeah.
things like this, if I think there's profit to be made, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna ask for some wireless spots. But I'm not personally a fan of pre-sale because I don't know. Every pre-sale I see, it's getting dumped, man, and I hate it because things shouldn't be like that. They should put at least, I don't know, maybe a 20% vesting for every day. They shouldn't like give everyone the whole bag of tokens at launch because that's too much. We all know how people trade. They're gonna dump their bags. If they
Yeah.
put 0.5 BNB and they got 1.5 inside there, they're not gonna hold it because we all know it. Like they got 3x profit from 0.5 BNB and it's secure. So I think most pre-sales should reconsider the way they launch and the way they put things to really make the project last.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. It's. I mean, the pre-sale dump has been getting worse and worse. Actually, killing projects. We're actually looking. We ourselves. We're looking for projects that stealth launch with large, liquidity pools already, which is very hard to find because we know that the devs already have the funds without needing, to run pre-sales. Often that's the ones we see performing the best, but there's maybe one a month
Exactly. Yeah.
like that. Okay, so thank you for answering questions on your community. We're gonna jump on the third part. So, do you do AMAs on your channel?
I've never done any AMA, not on Crypto Thermos and not on the Jungle. On Crypto Thermos, basically, because we don't usually find any team that has Spanish speakers because Crypto Thermos, it's a Spanish community. As far as I've seen, it's the biggest Spanish community in BSC. So we've never really found any team that we can work with that speaks Spanish. No one really never speaks Spanish, so that's a problem with that. But we're really looking forward to make AMA. So as soon as we found a great project and with someone who can represent them speaking Spanish, we'll surely do the AMA.
Awesome. I might have a project for you, and then I'll let you know later. But yeah, but no, I do agree with that. I've used on a few projects where I was an advisor. I've used. I mean, I've had used the services of Crypto Enfermos, but it's true that very often, if you don't already have a small Spanish community in your product, it's going to be very complicated. It's a little bit like a V4 Crypto, which is like the Turkish equivalent of Crypto Infernos, but for Turkey. It's a little bit of the same thing. We had the same in France, but unfortunately he stopped. He stopped his channel. But yeah, like local Instagrams are definitely the way to grow, and I can definitely see Crypto Infernos growing a lot more in the next bull run.
Yeah, me too, man. It's a very big community, and actually, Crypto Famous is the owner of the channel. It's Sergio, and he's a really big friend of mine in real life. So actually, this channel started growing because this is a really interesting thing right here. Do you guys know of Gamium?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the main team members, which is Joe, it's known as Crypto Profe, mainly in Twitter.
Hmm.
He actually made a live in YouTube. He went live and he got Sergio in there to speak about microcaps because this is actually something that it's not really known in the mainstream. Actually, not that much people who are into crypto know about meme coins, BSC, microcaps,
Yeah.
and all of this. So he went live and he started speaking about crypto famous and this world and everything we see here. And people was just like, wow, I didn't know this actually existed. So from there we got a lot of people joining into the channel. It was literally crazy. It went maybe from 600 followers to 5,000 in a matter of days of organic followers, Spanish, all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Actually, yeah, that's something that we see. I myself, I'm actually like I'm writing a book on DeFi just to explain a little bit what's happening here. And it just when I was doing my literature to look at what other people were writing, there was like almost nothing, or at least not the DeFi that we do when we see, which is like small startup investing sort of, you know. And there was very very little literature on the topic, which I find crazy because there's just so much money in the space, you know, even in a bear market.
It's incredible in DeFi. There's a lot of money, man. And if even more people knew about this space, it would be even crazier.
Yeah, no, I think it would be insane. Do you imagine if just 1/10 of people investing in mainstream crypto, not even mainstream general, but mainstream crypto would be in DeFi? How crazy it would be, you know?
It would be completely crazy. I think
Yeah, and it
maybe DeFi it's not meant for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true as well. That's very true. That's one thing I've seen in DeFi. You have a lot of different profiles, and you unfortunately have also a lot of people who can't really afford, you know, to be in DeFi, but they're in DeFi because it's the only way, sort of. And you know, very often it ends sometimes really bad, or they end up doing scams and stuff like that, which gives a bad reputation to the space,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Um,
unfortunately.
yeah. Okay. Now let's jump on the growth, and so you've answered most of the quantitative questions already before, and also we're not going to ask you the price per call since. Will you consider in the future doing, as your channel grow, doing promotions? You know, and if so, how will you consider doing them?
Well, I would just do them the same way I've done it until now with the couple of promos I've done. I would just share them just like I share any of my plays when I share on my channel, and I will share the Bitcoin link, the Telegram, and everything. But I would need the team to be vouched by someone respectable, as I said before, like someone really, really known this space. Like I know literally everyone in this space. Also, I got into a lot of private groups who have given me a lot of opportunities to connect between different people, know more, learn more, and just connect. And it has been very good because the most you know people, the better, because you're gonna know how to do things way, way, way better. So considering this, I will ask the team to be vouched by any one of the people I know right now, and just tell me their marketing plans. They're gonna have to reveal me what they plan to do, how much money they got to finance the token, what are their plans. They're gonna have to have a website at least. There's some minimums that are gonna be to be required to post it in my channel.
Okay. Would you consider doing like KYC requirements for posting? Like we seen, for example, Gollum was doing it a lot. At one time, it was asking for people to send videos of themselves before he was posting, so he was sure that they wouldn't rug, things like that.
I would do QIC, but I will always prefer it to be voted by someone, because I know there's a lot of persons I know in this space who wouldn't want to ruin their reputation by just promoting as scams. So I really know if certain people I know, if they are voting a team, it's because they're safe and they're gonna push the token. So that's really always basically what I'm gonna be looking for. QIC, if they really insist, why not? But I really must like their plans and their token to promote it. In any case, for example, I also post tokens that I know they're gonna just do good, like Carranza. He's doing really great lately. He made deployer Inu. Actually, he deployed deployer Inu while I was with him, and it did great. It created literally a new meta. It went to 800,000 market cap in a matter of days. And he created a huge utility which everyone is using now. There's 3 channels of deployer calls, if I'm not wrong. There's one with 2,000 people in there, and another one with 1,500, and another one with 1,000 followers. So he actually created a token which people are using the utility still nowadays. I find that absolutely insane, because normally, have you seen any token create a utility and people still use it after 1 month it died? That's something incredible. I haven't. Myself, I haven't.
Yeah, no, what he did was really awesome. Yeah, we actually wanted him on board for an AMA here, but I think he was really busy. But yeah, that's somebody we have. I actually look up to, because what he did was really crazy. So we have 2 last questions, and after we're going to be taking community questions. All right. So, can you just tell us a little bit about how you grew your community? Whether it's just with posts, and I mean, I know it was full organic, but basically, could you just tell us a little bit more? Was it just posting? Did you do featurings? Did you dev the project yourselves? How do you go about growing your community?
I've been a dev a couple of times. I'd say I hate it because it's just too stressful for me. And in my life, I'm usually super busy as well. But I thought about marketing the channel, not later to take profit of it, but so that people can learn from it, make profit from it mainly, and get known just basically for what I post. And I never really did any marketing. I just shared everywhere I could, launches, Twitter. I made a Twitter account of the Jungle BSC, but I've never really had time to use it usually. So it's in there. I'm going to use it someday. Maybe right now because it's summer and I have time again. But that would be pretty much it. I just grew it posting. So I'm always actually really close to every single one of my community members. So people really value that, in my opinion. And when they see shit like that, like they just share the channel to people they know. So I guess that's how it grew. Like people started sharing it, and they said, "Oh, look at this guy. He shares good plays. Come and see it."
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like that. I would say organically, and that's it.
Okay. That's awesome, and from what we've seen, sometimes it happens. You work a lot, and then it happens all at once, and you feel like, oh wow, you got lucky, but really it was because you worked a lot, building a really strong base for so long, and then it just snowballs. Plus, I expect a lot more people to get interested in DeFi in a few years. So even if the space may feel a bit diluted, those are persevering through bear market and having ethics on the way they post and not posting rogues or putting their community in danger are the ones that are going to be succeeding. channel wise, when the second generation of channel is gonna come out, which leads me to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see your channel evolving in the future? And we like to say, taking into account the environment evolving and your regulations.
That's a good question. I would say I'm not seeing really my channel with 3,000 followers, sharing a token at 10,000 market cap and pumping it to 30,000. No, to be honest. I don't see it that way because it's never really been my target or my purpose. But I just see it keeping the way it is right now, just growing organically with new community members, more people inside, and more people just making profit from everything I share. That's the only thing I really ever wanted. There's been a couple of times I posted books because I bought them and I thought they were good. So I posted them and people bought as well, and I refound it. This is not something I really vouch for. Like, I don't think if you post a book on your channel and it's something you bought and it's not a promotion, you shouldn't really refund people, because when people make profit from things you post, they don't pay you anything, right? So we all know why we're coming here and what we came for. And if anyone shares a book, like, and you buy it, you're taking your own responsibility. Like, this is not something the channel owners should do anything with. Of course, I don't know how the channel would work. I'm speaking for mine. But so far, every rock, it's been like 3 or 4 since I created the channel. So it's not been really much rocks. But I remember them and I refunded them, like everyone who bought. Because I wanted to keep my reputation nicely. But yeah, I don't think anyone should really ever refund anyone on that case.
I'm looking at the community questions from your community as well, and I'm seeing, a lot of questions are around, the fact of calling rogues and refunding communities, which leads, to a lot of question of who's responsible for the calls. Is it the influencer or, the dev for refunding? Obviously, the dev who rugs will never refund the people he rugged. So, it's unfortunately very often comes down to the influencer to do it, and it's good that you actually do it as well. Reputational wise, because community is everything. So we're going to be taking a few questions from community now. If you still have like 10 minutes of time, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I have 10, 20, even 20 minutes if you guys want to.
Perfect. So guys, don't hesitate to drop your questions. So I see some people posting questions about project. Guys, we know this is not I think some people don't speak English. They just come to get the giveaway and post some random questions. We know that doesn't work with us, guys. So don't post it. Don't post those kind of questions here. So we have a question from Patrick that said that I see you manage an English and Spanish community. And what has been your greatest challenge this far? And what do you plan to achieve in the crypto space before you leave?
I would say so far, Patrick, my achievement is the Jungle BSC, because to be honest, since I created it, I started with 0 subscribers. I had to add like 30 friends of mine so that it didn't look so empty at the beginning when I created it. But I never really thought I would get to 1,000 followers. It's something really great for me, even though for most people would be like low numbers. For me, it's a low 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really happy for it. And besides that, the community, the space, I would say my greatest achievement has been meeting amazing people, even people I've met in this space. And I've met them in real life after that, because they are literally angels and really, really awesome people. That's something I really love. And also making money. Why wouldn't I say that? I've been making great profits from BSC and projects. something I really think everyone should always consider so that everything can do better, and I strive for this, is that never sell your whole bag at once. This is something I've always said on my channel, and I don't like it when people really do it. Like, if you dump the chart, you're a motherfucker for me. Like, you shouldn't do that. Like, if maybe liquidity is low, maybe it's the team's fault. All right, yeah, but that's not something I usually like. If you're having like, and I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe a 10x, just sell 30%, sell 40% later, and another 30% later if you want, but don't sell 100% at once, because you're gonna dump the chart and you're gonna kill it. So that's something I think everyone should consider.
It's very interesting because actually it was a question you kind of answered from Victor that was saying in search market condition, what is your strategy, to make profits considering the current volatility in projects, basically, which was kind of what we were saying, to just take regular profits.
Yeah, actually, something I do, I use Ether Drops. It's a tracking bot, and until now, I've used BSC scan to see wallets that actually usually make profit. I don't even know who are these wallets from, but I got them tracked, and sometimes they buy good tokens. And if I think they're early, I'm just gonna share them on my channel, because I've got a lot of wallets who don't buy like every day, but maybe they buy once or two per week, and I know every time they buy it, they're gonna make profit because I know they're good. So when I see them buying, I buy. I see if liquidity is locked. I check also if the contract is verified. I check everything I can, and if I think it's safe, I just share it.
Okay, very very interesting. Yeah, that's definitely OG way to make profits. It's definitely like the next level. If some people are interested in this, maybe we can have a community VC where I can explain as well how you can actually go about tracking wallets as well. Okay, so we're going to be taking other questions. So we have. A quick question from Victor as well, who says that have you ever considered blockchain-based social media platform that rewards you for creating content, within the crypto DeFi space? Is that something you've also considered as well, given the fact that you're already posting a lot of content, on Telegram?
Can you tell me where is the question? I didn't really follow it.
No worries. It's from Victor Mbappe. Here, I'll just forward it to you in DM.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Multiple blockchain-based social media platforms will reward you for creating and creating content. Do you think that this is an aspect of the crypto space for passive income, considering your line of work? I mean, this is an idea. Like, I think I've seen it before, but I don't really think this space needs influencers and this kind of people. As well as I've said before, that there's a lot of people who are great and I really like them, and I'm really pleased to have met them. I also met really shitty people. Hey, shut up! I've also met really shitty people in this space, and really disgraced people who I think they don't do anything good to this space. And when I say this, I mean devs, callers, teams, groups of people who just want to make money and don't give a fuck about anyone else. And this is a really big problem, in my opinion, because most of these people I've met are actually influencers. I'm not gonna say names because I don't think it's something right now. But I don't think this space is meant for social media and influencers. Of course, when you create a token, you're gonna need social media to market it. But channels shouldn't do anything with social media, in my opinion. They're just something that are there to share plays, and try to make everything smoother. If every code channel actually carried this function, I think BSC space and the whole DeFi space will be doing way better in this aspect.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that answer. So we have another question from Media Ketter. So he actually has 6 questions, but we're only going to take one of your question, Media Ketter. So we're going to be saying we're going to be taking the question. Let's see. There are people who are never really active on your channel. So how will you deal with people like that?
People
who are never really active on your channel, and how do you deal with people like that? If you do deal with them. All right, Josh, can you hear us? Or I think we may have lost Josh. I'm going to check your other question, guys, in the meantime. Yeah, we have, I think just got disconnected. We're just going to be waiting a few minutes for him to come back. But yeah, guys, you've been hitting with a lot of cool questions.
All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
You're back. Awesome. Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Great.
So you've cut before answering the question I was asking you from one of the questions from Media Ketter, which was asking if you deal like if you have people who are never really active on your channel, and if you do deal with people like that, or you just let it be, basically.
People who never reacted or participated on my community, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just really don't care. I don't know if it really has much to do with this, but I got bot attack once, and I had to remove like 1,000 people one by one from my channel, and it was the worst thing ever. So that's why I had to create the portal. But I don't really care. I mean, the channel is open for everyone as long as they're not a bot. And I think there's always some people who just don't like to socialize and don't like to say anything. I'm fine with it. Like, the content is for everyone. If you don't want to participate, you're free not to, as well as you're free to be it and to do it. So just, I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. We have a great question from Gus Dog, who's asking, who are your favorite colors on BSC right now, and who has been your color role model when you were starting to build your community?
My favorite colors. That's a tough question. Right now, I'm really following the brothers. They're doing really good, in my opinion. I don't really like the way they have the channel, like the way they write everything, but I really like the content they post, so I follow them there a lot. Who else? I actually got here. I follow Thunder as well. He's a great friend of mine. Cacti is very good. Who else? Let me see. Boris is also a friend of mine, and I follow him. I don't usually ape everything he posts, but I think he's a good caller and a great person. Cowboy also, it's very good. Most of the plays he posted on this month did really good. It's kind of dangerous because when he posts the pump, it's simply enormous. But I think when he posts something, you need to give it an eye on, because he posted it because of something. Bruiser as well, I really like Bruiser. He's a good friend of mine too. And color also, it's a good color. It's not bad at all.
Awesome. So guys, if you're hearing that, go definitely check them out as well. I'm following a bunch of them as well. And yeah, for the brothers, I do agree. Their entrance in the calling space has definitely been big. I hope they can continue the way they have launched. So we have a question from Alabama. So also in our channel, we have a few people who do aspire becoming channel owners just based from the past AMAs that we have. So we always often get that question. So here's Alabama that's asking it. Do you think there's still space for new callers and influencers in the BSC space? Or do you think it's already saturated and there's too many callers, which potentially harms the market?
This is actually a super good question because this is a very big problem in BSC. It may sound hypocrite from my point of perspective because I'm a relatively new caller, but I think this is extremely saturated, and no, there's definitely no more place for other colors. As long as there are, like most of the colors who created a channel these days, there's also a lot of scammy channels and people who actually just bought their channel to ask everyone, hey, you want to call? I can do it for 0.2 BNB. These kind of people are just a big harm to this space. I'm completely sure there's always going to be a place for people who create a channel with a good purpose and to make good and to post good things and things they think they're going to do well, and not only from their own interest. Because I think this is the main problem. That most call channel owners created their channel just to make a profit out of it. And this is something I'm really hating these days because I don't think people really should act like that. Like, this is something that's really harming the space. And actually, when BSC was really doing really great, it was when they were literally no colors. They were maybe 5, 6 main colors. It was Caesar and a few more, and that's it. I don't remember anyone else. It was just a few colors and the place, nothing else. Just traditional BSC plays. Oh, and that time everything was fine, man. I miss it.
Yeah, it was crazy because I think there were less projects and there was a lot more money. So if a project didn't go to 100 million, it was like bad. I remember, and you didn't even need utility at the time. I remember Elmgate. Elmgate was the craziest I've ever seen in November.
Oh,
It was
yeah, I
just
remember
it was
it.
it was
I remember it,
insane.
man. That was insane,
It
yeah.
was insane. The $100,000 buys. I was there also for when there was the $500,000 buy in Baby Dodge. When we thought it was Elon Musk who bought it himself before calling it, because there was that big buy of $500,000, and then there was that tweet, but we never knew if it was that when Elon Musk called Baby Dodge. It was just really crazy.
Oh,
It
man,
was
if I saw that bar
yeah.
right now, I will track his whole wallet.
For sure. Okay, so let's take one last question. Oh, so we have Sami. Sami. So I don't know if you're referring to us or to Josh, but he's asking that it would be great to make a video for the criteria or strategy that you take to choose for the right token and share it on your channel or on your Telegram channel or even YouTube, if that which will make easier for us.
Can you repeat it, brother?
No, it was just a something that Sami was saying based on what you were saying, with the track wallets and everything. He was saying that it would be great that if you made a post or a video on the criteria.
How I buy everything. Yeah. That's something actually I've been asked a lot of times, but I've never really had the time to show it, because if I had to show literally everything I check and everything I do when I buy, before I buy, to get everything set to buy, I would make a video of 1 hour literally. So
yeah,
I will
for
need
sure.
to give some work to that, but I may make the video. If I make it, I will post it on the channel.
Okay, awesome. Well, do you have so the MA comes to an end. We're gonna be choosing the best question afterwards. You're gonna be announcing on your channel. If that's okay with you, so that way only those that actually have joined your channel, we'll get the giveaway basically. But that being said, do you have any closing words? Of for closing the same. Anything you want to talk to our community? By the way, thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it on a Sunday. It's awesome.
Yeah,
And so, do
just
you have any
sounding
final words
something
for them?
admirable.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
yeah, go ahead. Any final words?
yeah, I would just say thank you everyone for tuning in, and I also really appreciate you guys from your work doing what you do, because you basically analyze every other channel to know if they're here to bring good things to this space or bad things. And this is something I really appreciate because you're doing a great work. The questions you make, the research you guys do, it's really, really, really good. I actually study politics and administration, and I have to do a lot of research for a lot of things usually. And I've seen the way you guys work, and I think it's really, really, really good. And that would be pretty much it. I really appreciate you guys too.
Well, thank you very much for that. Yeah, we try, we really try to have an impact in the space on as much as we can. Because unfortunately, a lot of people we've asked for interviews did not want to. We were happy we had some big guys that agreed to come on board for interviews, like or at least written one, like Gollum, which will give a lot of credit to the study for sure. So
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and it's funny because often those that don't want are the ones that have sometimes stuff to hide,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But
yeah,
it's just the way it is, and nobody that came here for an AMA had ill intentions or stuff to hide. It's very often the same types of profile. Okay, so we have actually a question. Can you share your Twitter in the page? So a few people have asked for your Twitter. If you can share it, you say you weren't very active on it, but they asked for it. And Crazy Rich
cool.
Dow said one question, Josh, why you're so handsome?
I would just say thank you, brother. I don't find myself so pretty, but if you do, I really appreciate it.
Awesome. And yeah, and for the Twitter, if you have it, I'll just share it in the lounge. That way, people can follow you in
Yeah, I
case
just joined it. I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm gonna share my personal Twitter and the Jungle BSC one.
All right, awesome, awesome. Well, guys, that wraps up our AMA for today. Go join the Jungle BSC Telegram channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We're gonna have a busy week next week, so make sure you're here for all the AMAs that we're gonna have, and have an amazing Sunday. And we'll talk to all of you guys very soon. Bye, and thank you, Josh, again.
Thank you, guys, and thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.